just make the posts.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It happens. Wanna know something funny? I've used it, okay?
Yeah.
I use it, settings, I reused settings to make this live, and it did not delete the person I did the collab before, so it's like you and the other person, and I'm not being able to change the name.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's funny. Let me just make a let me just make a correction.
Oh, you're good.
Oh! Hi, Junior! Good evening! Let me just, since we are hiring have someone, I will take this out. I will just set one thing, because guys, you can't believe it. I reused the settings to make this live, and it did not delete Yumi on the title, so it's as if he was going to be here, but fake news! Just a moment.
Take your time.
Okay, we have some people watching, and then I think we can start by now. Welcome everyone! Bem-vindos, pessoal! Today we're here to talk about competitive Pokémon with Kai Mitsuki! Hoje a gente tá aqui para falar de Pokémon competitivo com a Kai! Pate, pate, pate!
Oh,
Kai is the one favorite artist that you guys can always count on for good art. So, her favorite Pokemon is...
Don't make me blush here. Don't flatter me. Silly. But yes, my favorite Pokemon is Gengar.
Their favorite Pokemon is Gengar, and today we're going to talk about competitive Pokemon, and at the end I will make some strategies specifically for Gengar, that is their favorite Pokemon.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Pessoal, a gente vai falar de Pokémon competitivo e o Pokémon favorito do Kai é Gengar, é o Gengar. E dá pra chamar de Gengar de Gamer, talvez. E a ideia aqui é ensinar pra Kai um pouquinho de Pokémon competitivo e no final dar umas estratégias de como jogar um Gengar. Eu vou falar com o Kai americano, eu vou falar com o Kai em inglês e quando eu estiver falando em português com vocês depois, eu vou explicar sempre as coisas que forem importantes e tal, belezinha? I'm making the smile waiting for someone to answer in chat. But,
Oh, you're all good. That makes sense.
Okay, I can't maintain this for long.
Sorry, I know it's a little hard.
Okay, you're seeing OBS, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, so you have seen something like this before, right? Some clickbait like this. Oh, Hitmonlee is broken! Oh, Johto is incredible!
Oh, mine's Jolteon.
No one can stop this Magikarp. You know
Not
this,
the
right?
Magikarp. Oh yeah, I've seen those for sure.
Yeah. Pokemon YouTubers always do this. They do clickbaits with the favorite Pokemon of the person because they know everyone has a favorite Pokemon, so they can just take and say, "Oh, look, this Pokemon is actually broken," and people will check. You know. Basicamente eu falei pra ela que tem muito clickbait de Pokémon. But now we're going to take a look on how to analyze Pokemon and do stuff on the competitive setting. And first things first, let's start with Geodude. Yay!
To do Geodude though, I never really noticed how big its defense stats were.
Yes. Those are its base stats. You know the basic of base stats?
Yeah. Which is what always finds me intrigued into the competitive side is just looking at the stats between each Pokemon because they all have their stats are just all interesting. It's all versatile.
The interesting thing about what base stats do is, I'm talking a little bit more for the audience right here now, is that, like, for you Americans, it's like a good basis of comparison because you know that joke that you guys use everything but the metric system, right?
Yep. That's basically it.
My favorite comparison was when I was watching Tipa stream and the guy measured some historical tragedy she was watching in 9/11s.
Yep.
So it was like,
right.
yeah. But anyway, here we have Geodude, and to the people they're watching, we have the base stats, which mean the basics of what each Pokemon are. And you can see here that Geodude has 100 death. What this should mean, like on the joke I did to Kai before, Geodude basically has the same defense as Giratina. So,
yeah.
when you look at this, you can compare what this Pokemon is to other Pokemon. And that means that, okay, I don't know if this Pokemon is good. It has the same defense as a Giratina, so I'll make it look something, may mean something, you know? And this, of course, this is a Geodude. He's not good. But some Pokemon that usually are good are the starters, which have around 1525 to 1535. Since Kai already knows about base stats, I will jump a little bit. Legendaries have 550 to 600 stats. This one here is of a Zapdos. But we have the pseudo legendaries. Yeah. Pseudo.
It's interesting about how they have a little bit more in that regards.
And they are trainable. They're not a one-time encounter that basically is a god or something.
Okay, that makes sense.
For the most, there are two types of legendaries. Did you know that?
No. Yes. There's like what was it? Like mythical, and then.
No.
No, there was the I forget the name of the term of it though. I do remember seeing it though.
Yeah, they're restricted legendaries.
Okay.
This is a Mewtwo stats. You can see it's broken.
Yeah. That makes sense. And Rayquaza being a part of that would make sense too.
Basically, all the box legendaries and some exceptions, like Calyrex and Rayquaza, Giratina. The box legendaries and similar to box legendaries are all restricted legendaries. And once every 3 years, Game Freak lets us use them on competitive Pokemon. And you know when? It's the next time they will release this to us?
No, I don't actually.
Next month.
Next month? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'll learn
it
even
will be.
more.
It will be full of surprises. However, there is a legend in the Pokemon setting. A legend that must be addressed.
Yes. Oh yes, the Pachirisu. Oh my god. The one that tanked the Draco Meteor.
Yes.
The best one.
Pessoal, só comentando rapidinho, porque eu esqueci de falar em português. Eu tava falando aqui sobre os status base, que são meios de comparação entre um Pokémon e outro. Então, o Geodude, basicamente, ele tem 100 de defesa. O que é 100 de defesa? Significa que ele tem a mesma defesa que um Giratina. E por aí vai. A gente tem os iniciais, que são entre 525 e 535. Os lendários normais, que são entre 550 e 600. Os pseudo-lendários, que são Pokémons que você consegue treinar, mas eles são todos em 600 no final de status. E os lendários restritos, que tem de 880 a 720. Esses lendários restritos, eles só podem ser usados uma vez a cada 3 anos. E isso vai ser mês que vem. Então, para vocês terem uma ideia, isso daqui é um Feraligatr. Isso daqui é de um Zapdos. Isso daqui é de um Garchomp. E isso daqui é de um Mewtwo. Mas, temos o Pachirisu, que é um Pokémon fofinho, bonitinho, pequenininho, que ganhou um campeonato mundial. Como isso funciona? Não, ele não deveria. Ele tem o Draco Meteor, que é o ataque mais poderoso do dragão, e sobreviveu? Como? É que eu não vi agora. So, Pachirisu, what brings this up to your mind?
I just realized that no, it's crazy that it tanks the Draco Meteor, but it's like got only a 90 base and special defense.
I mean, it is the same as
Crazy.
Zapdos.
I guess you're right. In theory, yeah, that is true. Yeah,
And it's a Mewtwo.
that is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
To think about a little mouse being able to tank like a legendary.
Yes. And this was the setup that it used at the time. Nuzzle, that paralyzes the Pokemon in one go. Super
Yeah.
Fang, that always takes half of their health. Follow Me, that redirects to you. And Protect, for protection. However, Central Park didn't use Pachirisu because he liked him. He used it because it was a strong competitive choice.
And with the Nuzzle being able to paralyze on hit, Super Fang taking half the health, the Follow Me choice to get the damage going towards Pachirisu and Protect. Yeah.
There is
That's
one more thing.
100%. Well,
There's one more thing. That's his team. And you see that big mega Gyarados at the middle?
yeah.
Pachirisu is an electric with Volt Absorb. So it could take the way out as a
That makes
redirector
sense.
for Gyarados.
Yeah. That would actually make a lot more sense for that, just to keep it Gyarados from not getting doubled or quad weak to electric type moves.
Yes. And it has a good synergy with the other Pokemon of their team. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
it is what I like to say to people. It is the right Pokemon for the right moment, or the right Pokemon for the right occasion.
That's one thing I have a hard time choosing for my team. Is knowing like what's a good Pokemon for each of the team.
That's something we're going to talk about today. By the way, one thing that we did have, that because one Pokemon that he could choose is Amoonguss. And Amoonguss is much better. Why didn't he choose Amoonguss?
That's a good question. Is it well, like you said, with the Voltazor, it would make sense to keep it for the Gyarados to be able to not eye to quad, but at the same time, you could still probably do Follow Me on Amoonguss, right?
Rich Powder, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Why would that be?
Quite simple. No one would ever expect a Pachirisu.
That is true. You know what? Fair enough.
And the thing is, everyone kind of knows Amoonguss. They know their counters, they know how to do, what their choices they should make, but no one actually expected Pachirisu to be there or actually be this bulky. They were like, huh, what's the stats of Pachirisu? Maybe 40 and both defenses must be weak. It's like Krabby. You know the attack stat of a Krabby?
Yeah. Makes sense. I get that.
But you know,
Yeah.
to people in the audience, it's 105. And anyway, so it took the Draco Meteor because it's better especially. But if it took a Stone Edge or an Earthquake, would it survive? Maybe not.
Probably
The person that attacked didn't know the Pachirisu was this bulky, especially. And then it led to a mistake. This is something that the competitive players do a lot. They try to take advantage of people not knowing their strategies and things like that. To the point that let me just speak this in Portuguese before. Pessoal, esse aqui é o Pachirisu. Pachirisu, ele ganhou o campeonato mundial e absolutamente pegou todo mundo de surpresa. Mas a pessoa que pegou o Pachirisu, ele fez isso por um motivo competitivo. Não foi tipo, não, é o seu Pokémon favorito e tal. Ele fez isso porque o principal Pokémon da equipe dele era um Mega uma fraqueza 4 vezes elétrico. O Patirizo poder fazer esse redirecionamento que ele tem com o golpe Faloni permitiu que ele conseguisse dar conta de proteger o Gyarados, além de proteger os outros. Só que, claro, tinha um Pokémon que era conhecido na época e que era mais poderoso competitivamente, o Amoonguss. Só que por que não teve o Amoonguss? Por que ele escolheu o Patirizo? Porque ninguém esperava o Patirizo. Então, você tá lá, tá o Patirizo, meu Deus, eu sou lá, atacaram ele com um Draco Meteoro. Só que ele é muito bom em defesa especial. Ninguém esperava isso. Será que ele teria sobrevivido se atacasse ele com um golpe físico? Não sabemos. Porque ninguém sabia. Os treinadores do competitivo, eles fazem muito isso. Eles buscam estratégias e pokémons que ninguém conhece, porque aí fica mais fácil de aproveitar das riquezas, das coisas. And right now, what I'm going to show you, are you on your feet? On your seat? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, my mic's like cutting out for some reason. My bad. But yeah, what's up? What are you gonna show?
Okay. I'm going to show you now a Pokemon that won a regional championship, okay?
Oh yeah, please do. I would love to see which one. I don't know too much of all the championships. No way! I love Cottony. Wow,
Yeah.
I never noticed it had a base stat of, like, defense of 60, along with the speed being up a little bit, too.
The thing is, Cottony has the same base stats of Amarip.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it won a championship. But the reason is quite simple. Because it has Prankster, and with Eviolite, it makes crazy things.
That makes sense, actually, because that's what I was thinking about with, it'd be funny if Pachirisu had an evolution to use an Evilite on it. And that would make sense with the Cottony there, too. Because the defense goes up for that.
And basically gets the same defense as a Mewtwo.
Yeah, it is fair. That's fair. And Prankster is a good ability.
Oh yeah, it set up Tailwind, you can use to support the weather.
Oh yeah, that makes sense then. Because I was thinking about those types of Pokemon, because I love Cottony and Whimsicott, because they're just so cute.
We're going to talk about Whimsicott later, by the way.
Oh, heck yeah. I love that.
So, now I show you the unconventional choice. But now I will show you a Pokemon that is so much better than everybody else that it's kind of a meme of how good he is.
I'm interested. Oh no, not the Incineroar.
Yes, the Incineroar. This guy. Incineroar has good defenses. Physically, especially, a good HP, and a crazy good attack. So it can attack really strong and can take hits. That pairs up that its typing is basically so good it resists to 1/3 of the entire metagame. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resistance and 1 immunity. So this ends up making here much bulkier. And to pair it up, it has Intimidate. Intimidate is the sole reason that Incineroar got good, because it was not good before. It has Fake Out, and now it has Parting Shot. Parting Shot is like a U-turn, but that's actually an Intimidate. So you use Parting Shot, instead of attacking, you lower the attack and special attack of the Pokemon you target, and then you move out.
Okay. It's good to know.
And it has a good synergy because Incineroar has Intimidate. It comes in, it lowers the special attack and it lowers the attack of both opponents. Then it can use Fake Out to impossibilitate one of them. Then it can go out using Parting Shot, lowering again the attack and now special attack of a Pokemon. And since Incineroar is
I might have to use this. I might have to use this idea. Oh gosh. I have like 2 shiny Littens ready to be like used, and I haven't touched like, because I never liked Incineroar, but I like this idea for Incineroar.
Mm-hmm.
This idea of like the move parting shot with its intimidation. Oh my gosh, I love this.
Yes. Since its speed is so low, the thing about parting shot is that it most of the time will go after both Pokemons have attacked. So
Okay.
you will switch out to a Pokemon that will not take damage.
Alright.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about team building. But before I need to talk this in Portuguese.
Okay, take it out.
I talked about Cotonou in Português? Não. Ok.
No, yeah.
Pessoal,
Go ahead.
esse daqui é o Cotonou. Ele é um Pokémon que ele venceu o campeonato regional. E quando você olha, ele é muito ruim. Ele tem os mesmos status de uma Marip. Mas, graças à habilidade dele e ao item Evilite, ele consegue ser bem resistente, durar bastante tempo. E, como ele tem Prankster, ele ataca antes de todo mundo. Então você pode, por exemplo, dar golpes como Tailwind para dobrar a velocidade. E, por exemplo, coisas como o ataque de sol, Sanidale, para preparar o sol e por aí vai. Você consegue fazer com o Cotonou, então, muito estrago, muita coisa. Mas ele não é exatamente um Pokémon ótimo. Ele é um Pokémon divertido de usar, ele tem o seu nicho, mas quer saber qual é o Pokémon, assim, o melhor Pokémon pra se usar, assim, em Pokémon VCG? O Incineroar. Ele é um Pokémon que ele tem defesas boas, tem defesas especiais, tem um ataque muito forte, um HP legal, mas basicamente ele resiste a 1/3 dos Pokémon do jogo. 1/3 dos tipos ele resiste. E pra parear isso, a gente tem a habilidade Intimidate, que faz com que reduza o ataque físico do Pokémon do adversário. Então, beleza, reduziu o ataque físico, aí ele tem um golpe Fake Out, que meio que dá uma disrupção, e impede o Pokémon do oponente de atacar. E beleza, ele pode atacar muito forte, mas beleza, o Fake Out só funciona no primeiro turno. Como eu vou fazer causar ele de novo? Eu uso o golpe Parting Shot, que diminui o ataque e o ataque especial do Incineroar e volta pra trocar de Pokémon. Dado que... Oi, Vini! Tudo bem? Eu tô falando aqui de Pokémon competitivo com o Kai. Eu terminei de falar sobre... o básico de como você vê um Pokémon bom ou não. E agora eu vou falar de team building com o Kai. Depois eu vou falar de estratégias específicas de Gengar. Que Gengar é o Pokémon favorito do Kai. E aí, vai ser várias estratégias que, poxa, é meu Pokémon favorito. Eu quero aprender a jogar com meu Pokémon favorito de jeito legal. A ideia é mais ou menos essa. Eu terminei de falar do básico de como você faz as coisas. Agora eu vou falar de team building. Aqui. This. I took a clear team from Pokemon BDSP or Diamond Pearl Platinum because of how little diversity there is in that game. So basically, almost everyone has basically this team.
Yeah.
The thing about Pokemon... Olhinha pra... Sim, Vini. Maulinha, eu falo em inglês com o Kai, depois eu falo em português com vocês, tudo que eu falei antes, basicamente. Então, nem Kai fica sem entender nada, nem vocês. É um win-win. Basically...
I do apologize for not knowing too much of Portuguese, unfortunately.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Here we have this team that is a team from that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And most of the Pokemon of Sinnoh, most of the players have basically this team.
Yeah, that is very valid there.
Yeah. And this is a team that exemplifies how we learn Pokemon. Because every time we go to a gym, we go to a place and the gym has all Pokemons of the same type. And if you have a Pokemon to counter that, you counter the gym. But what if, and then we come to think that, okay, the good way then is to have a balanced team that will be able to counter everything, right? Entendo partes, consigo pegar um pouco do contexto, agradeço a tradução. Sim, Vini, vai ter tradução de tudo. But here we look at the team and you see, in Pollen it could be Lucario could be weak to a fire attack, so we have Impollen. Garchomp, Lutray could be weak to earth attack, so we have Roserade and Staraptor, things like that. We always try to balance the team when we start, trying to make Pokemon of different types and trying to cover for all the weaknesses, right?
Yes, correct.
This is the entry level of Pokemon team building, but the competitive players have figured out a better way to make our team.
And I'm intrigued. I can't wait to see.
Here, it's the cores. These are the cores. They basically discovered that some types are so well balanced that merely by having them, you don't need to worry about coverage at all.
Okay.
So the fire, grass, water combination, it is the best one, and it's kind of the reason why they made to be the starters, because it is very, very, very well balanced. One is weak to the other, there's weak to the other, and okay. Another good core, another good combination is Dragon, Fairy, Steel. It is not as perfect, but since those types are usually much, much better than other types, because they're kind of the end game types, you can take up for that.
That makes sense.
Vini, eu tava falando aqui do seguinte. Normalmente, as nossas equipes, quando a gente começa a jogar Pokémon, são mais ou menos assim. São equipes que a gente faz pra preparar pra tudo. Então, o Luxray, ele é fraco contra tipo terra. Então vou botar o Staraptor, que é bom contra isso. O Lucario, ele toma dano de fogo pra caramba. Eu boto um Impollen ou um Garchomp, que vão ser bons pra ter essa resistência. Normalmente, a gente, quando joga no competitivo, a gente joga assim, né? A gente, não competitivo, tipo, na vida real, a gente é ensinado a jogar assim no jogo. Mas, o pessoal do competitivo encontrou um método melhor, que são os cores. Basicamente, eles descobriram que quando você usa alguns Pokémon do mesmo tipo, você já está coberto, sem você precisar dedicar sua equipe inteira para isso. Então, se você tem um Pokémon de fogo, um Pokémon de água e um Pokémon de grama, você não precisa se preocupar em cobrir tipos dos seus Pokémons. Já está coberto, já está ótimo. E aí você limpa o espaço para ter outros Pokémons que vão poder fazer um estrago sem você precisar se preocupar em cobrir fraquezas deles. Outro core possível é dragão, fada e aço, que não é um core tão perfeito quanto o outro, mas que ele costuma ter Pokémons mais de endgame, assim, sabe? Tipo, o dragão é tipo Dragonite, não é o tipo do Magikarp, sabe? Então, isso permite um uso melhor desse core. Tem um terceiro core, que eu vou falar pra você antes de falar pra cá, que é o core lutador, dark e psíquico. Esse core, ele não é tão bem sucedido quanto os outros, mas ele é igualmente forte. Quer dizer, ele é igualmente bom, igualmente balanceado, I remembered something while I was talking in Portuguese that I forgot to tell you as well. There's a third car.
Is it? Okay.
The third one is Dark, Psychic, Fighting. So as long as you have a dark type, a psychic Pokemon, and a fighting one, you're safe.
That is true. That you're right. That makes sense.
Mhm.
I actually forgot about that one.
Okay. So now we're going to see some other strategies other than the course, because the course can be invalidated depending on the strategies that you decide. First, sun teams. Usually you have the Sunsetter, some Pokemon to abuse the sun. I personally like two. I like Venusaur and Charizard. And a Pokemon for coverage. The reason I chose Garchomp here, it's because on the sun, whatever attacks gets tamped down. So it's a weakness that you can cover on that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm. Now we have rain teams. The thing about rain teams is that, okay, you have the rain setter, everyone knows they have the Soothsayer, but you have different things you can do here. I personally like to use Raichu because it has Lightning Rod, and Lightning Rod avoid electrical attacks. So, okay, you have a Pelipper. The Pelipper has a Quadra weakness. So you change the other Pokemon for Raichu, or you change the Pelipper for Raichu, and the electrical attack is Noble and Light.
That makes sense. And then you also have Raichu who can learn Thunder, which can be more of a hit on rainy chances.
Exactly. And Thunder is an attack that esse gringo aí também. Não, Vini. Kai é VTuber também. Agora tá com Reactive, mas tá usando VTuber. E eu tô. O Diriginer falou, tô ensinando pra Kai básico do Pokémon competitivo. Ela tem muita experiência com o Pokémon normal, que nem a gente. Sabe bastante coisa, inclusive. Mas eu tô falando mais do Pokémon competitivo. They asked if you are a pro Pokémon player as well. The thing about Raichu is that it has Thunder, and as Kai said as well, Thunder is an attack that always works on the rain. So it was a little bit of peak because with Raichu I could explain about the Lightning Rush and also about Thunder. And also a choice that it's a must-have in all rain teams is a Steel type, because Steel is a very defensive type, but it has problems against fire. And on rain, fire gets turned down. So we have.
That makes sense why you have a Steel type.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really cool.
On Sword and Shield, I liked to use Ferrothorn.
Okay.
So you could have both a support and a Steel type there. Ferrothorn is such an amazing Pokemon. Okay, so
I never really had a favorite Steel type now that I think about it. I mean, take a ton now, but that's just Fairy Steel.
Fair enough. I like Klefki a lot.
That makes sense.
Here, Sun teams!
Oh, yeah.
Sun works a little bit different than Sun and Rain. No, by the way, Snow is different as well. Did you know that?
No, I didn't actually.
It actually made the ice types workable.
Interesting.
Yes. I forgot to put a Snow team here, but I can talk about this later. The Sun team means basically when when sun is up, all the Pokemons that are not affected by sand, so rock, ground, and steel Pokemon, get a special defense boost.
Okay.
And now, Snow, instead of doing the damage like Sandstorm used to do, Snow now gives a defense boost to all Ice-type Pokemons.
Oh yeah, okay. They took out the hail, yeah. They did take out the hail effect to give the defense boost for them. Does that make the Alola Ninetales more viable?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
A lot of them are now more viable. Mainly because a lot of the Ninetales has Aurora Veil. That plus the Snow, crazy defense.
Okay.
So basically, here we have a Sunsetter that can be Hypo Down or Tyranitar. Get Tyranitar.
I mean, yeah, Tyranitar is like your big guy for this.
Tyranitar. Vamos usar um pseudo lendário. Let's use a pseudo legendary. You can have a Pokemon with Sandrush. Excadrill is usually the greatest one for that, but there are also many choices like Lycanroc and things like that.
I also think it's weird that was it Herdier, the dog one, had Sandrush in black and white? I've always found that one weird. But interesting. I always wanted to make it work.
You can always find a niche. Most of the Pokemon just need to find their niche and their thing. I mean, a Cottonee won the championship.
Yeah, that's true.
From the sentient sports, usually a good choice is Gastrodon because of its ability Storm Drain. So by Storm Drain, you can it's like Lightning Rod, but for water attacks. So you can you have 2 water Pokemon that may be a little difficult. Switch up to Gastrodon, you have the defense covered.
Fair. Makes sense.
And the final Pokemon that you could choose here is a Tank. Basically, a Pokemon that it is good on sand. It becomes very hard to take down, and then it can serve to help the team. The one I put here is Corviknight. You can use Tailwind and Spikes and all like that with Corviknight, but something that's very good as well to punish the opponent for ignoring it is to keep using Iron Defense and then use Body Press.
I never started using those. That's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've used Iron Defense a lot for my Steel types if I ever had them, like Corviknight. But I never used to think about competitively how to use those types of things until now.
Mm-hmm. With Body Press, since it uses the defense stat instead of any attack, and Steel types are very defensive, Body Press with Iron Defense basically becomes a nuke.
Good to know. Good to know.
And then imagine you have Tyranitar and Corviknight. Tyranitar does the damage, and Corviknight uses Iron Defense. Then you switch out to Excadrill. Excadrill does a lot of stuff, and Corviknight uses Iron Defense. And then when you need it, and enough turns pass it, Corviknight can just use Body Press, Body Press, Body Press, Body Press, Body Press.
That would make sense.
And our last one of the sets is Trick Room.
I've always found this one to be the weirdest one. Because I never understood this.
It's pretty strong, actually. I like Trick Room because it makes your Saluna possible.
Okay.
So, basically, Trick Room is an attack. Basically, Trick Room is an attack that switches the speed logic. So, the faster Pokemon now will be the last to attack. The slower Pokemon now will be the first. And that makes Pokemon like Saluna that is very strong. Very, very, very strong. But very slow. workable, usable, and very usable, by the way. Because it's like Hyperion. Hyperion is most of the time a useless Pokemon because it has a Quadra weakness to water and is crazy slow. Then you put it on Trick Room and it becomes a monster.
That would make sense because the speed swap, basically.
Yes. You can have then usually, unless you're Regieleki and you can break Trick Room. Yeah, that's a thing. Did you know that Regieleki is so fast, but so fast, but so fast that it broke the code and Trick Room didn't work on him?
I had no idea on that one. I knew it was a very fast Pokemon, but I didn't know it actually broke the code.
It did.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Basically, you have your Trick Room Center and your slow and strong Pokemon, and now it becomes a little trickier, if you, no pun intended, if we're going to explain the rest. The support Pokemon, here we have Incineroar. I talk a lot about why Incineroar is good. Incineroar is good.
Yes.
He actually can work as a Trick Room Pokemon as well, because it has 60 defense, and that usually is lower than most other Pokemon.
That makes sense.
But why they put a fast Pokemon?
That's what I was wondering, honestly. Why the... Is it just because in case Trick Room it disappears?
That too. There are many strategies to avoid losing to a Trick Room player. One of them is nuke the Trick Room Center before he can attack.
Alright.
And if that happens, you're screwed. So you need to have a backup to, okay, my Trick Room did not work, I have to come back some way. By the way, Trick Room is -6 on the priority.
Really?
Yes. No matter how fast is your Pokemon, it is meant to be always the last attack of the turn.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I suffered to discover that. But yeah, basically Trick Room, you have the Trick Room Center, the slow and strong Pokemon, the support Pokemon, and the fast Pokemon in case Trick Room goes wrong. Why did I put Farigiraf there? Because its ability Armor Tail negates priority moves like Fake Out. So when you use Farigiraf, your melee will not get interrupted and will be able to use Trick Room unless you get taunted. But the main taunt Pokemon nowadays is Tornados that has priority, so it won't work.
It's good to know that too. Never even thought about that.
Other Trick Room Pokemon are Indeedee, that since it set up Psychic Terrain, it negates moves like Fake Out and Taunt and things like that. And Dusclops. Dusclops is basically, with Eviolite, is basically so bulky, but so bulky that unless you use Taunt, it will send Trick Room and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh.
Let me see their base stats real quick. Here. Dusclops is 130 on both defenses.
Actually interesting about Dusclops. I never really thought of it being a full tank.
Plus Eviolite.
Yeah, with Eviolite, yeah.
It will set Trick Room. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's like, I will set it at least for one time, or you're just gonna watch me do it multiple times.
Unless you say, come at me bro, with Taunt, then it can't. Ok, so, vou falar em português. Pessoal, a gente falou dos cores, que são formas interessantes de você fazer balanceamento conjunto das suas equipes no Pokémon. Então, você tá coberto. Mas tem outras estratégias que você pode usar que não necessariamente você vai precisar de um core. Você vai ter a equipe de Sol. A equipe de Sol, ela vai ter um Pokémon que prepara o Sol. No caso, o Turco aqui. Pokémons que abusam do Sol. Então, o Venusaur vai dobrar a velocidade e o Charizard vai aumentar o ataque. E um Pokémon de cobertura. Nesse caso, eu peguei o Garchomp. Por quê? Porque no Sol, os ataques de água, eles têm menos eficácia. E como água é uma fraqueza do Garchomp, você consegue mitigar isso. É uma coisa que a gente vê também nas equipes de chuva. Porque a chuva, ela diminui ataques de fogo. Então, você sempre vai querer ter um tipo de aço aqui. No caso, o Goldengo. Porque aí você diminui uma das fraquezas. E aço, normalmente é um tipo tão forte defensivamente que você eliminar o problema da fraqueza de fogo tá ótimo, sabe? Aqui, além disso, você vai ter sempre um Pokémon com Swift Swim, que dobra a velocidade na chuva, e algum Pokémon de suporte. Nesse caso, eu peguei o Raichu, porque a habilidade dele evita ataques elétricos vindos do oponente. Então, o oponente vai usar um ataque elétrico, eu troquei pro Raichu. O Raichu ele vai absorver esse ataque elétrico e ganhar um boost de ataque especial. Aí, graças a isso, o Raichu ele não só ele vai impedir que o oponente dê dano, como enquanto o Raichu estiver ali, não vai ter ataques elétricos. O que é muito bom para Pokémon como o Pelipper, que tem fraqueza 4 vezes ataques elétricos. Além disso, é importante notar que na chuva, golpes como Thunder, que é um ataque de raio muito forte, sempre vão dar o ataque. Sempre vai acertar. Então, tá na chuva, o Thunder sempre acerta. Equipe de areia. Equipe de areia, ela tem um Pokémon para preparar areia, que pode ser, nesse caso, Tyranitar ou Hippopodon. Pega o Tyranitar. Tyranitar, gente, pseudo-lendário. Pega o Tyranitar. Sem falar que Raichu foi campeão mundial também. Apparently Raichu was a world champion as well. The Junior just said. So here you have Tyranitar. Tyranitar is a good rain setter. And what does Terreno ascend? And what does Sand do? Meu Deus, como se fala em inglês? Meu Deus. O Tyranitar é um bom preparador de areia. E o que a areia faz? Ela dá um boost de defesa especial para o... Tyranitar é melhor que o Diglett, Adriano. A areia dá um boost de defesa especial para os seus Pokémons. Então, nesse caso, você vai ter o Tyranitar, ele prepara a areia. Pokémons bons, como Sandrush, que dobra a velocidade na areia, são Excadrill, Lycanroc, Pokémons assim. O Excadrill costuma ser a melhor opção. Pokémons de suporte, você pode ter, por exemplo, o Gastrodon. Gastrodon, ele tem a habilidade que impede ataques de água, que não vai chupar ataques elétricos. Então, pode realmente virar um jogo. E a última opção é o Corviknight, que nesse caso seria um Pokémon tanque. Você pode pegar qualquer Pokémon tanque no geral, assim, sabe? Pokémons que são muito difíceis de derrubar e que vão sobreviver bastante tempo na areia. Porque isso permite a eles fazer coisas que normalmente não teria tempo para fazer. No caso do Corviknight, ele pode dobrar a velocidade de todo mundo com o Tailwind. Mas ele também tem uma coisa muito legal que é o seguinte: ele pode usar Iron Defense, que é um golpe que dobra a defesa. E beleza, você ignora o Corviknight, ele vai usando o Iron Defense dele ali. Até um ponto que a defesa dele tá máxima, beleza, ele começa a usar a Body Press, que é um ataque que usa a defesa ao invés do ataque pra dar dano. Daí, de repente, vira uma bomba nuclear de dano. Por último, normalmente a gente usa a Farigiraf, porque a Farigiraf é imune ao Fake Out. Então ela consegue preparar o Trick Room sem ser interrompida. Mas tem outras opções, como o Indeed. O Indeed, ele tem o Psychic Terrain, que impede o Fake Out de acontecer. Ou o Dusclops, que, beleza, ele é um Pokémon fantasma. Mas ele tem defesas tão fortes, mas tão fortes, mas tão fortes, que a não ser que você use Taunt nele, ele vai usar o Trick Room. E não importa o que você vai ler, ele vai usar o Trick Room. A especialidade disso, né, como o Trick Room ele é um golpe que pode mudar tanto o jogo, ele tem uma punição. Ele é sempre o último golpe do turno. Independente do que você faça, independente do quão rápido, o Trick Room vai ser sempre o último ataque do turno. Então, é uma estratégia comum você ter, beleza, mira todos os ataques do Pokémon do Trick Room, e aí com isso a gente vai eliminar ele antes que ele use o ataque. Gen 7, antes da nerf da habilidade dele, Mimikyu era incrível pra setar Trick Room. Sim, Mimikyu é um ótimo Pokémon pra setar Trick Room, porque ele bloqueia o primeiro ataque, né? Beleza, tem um suporte também, mas um Pokémon que eu deixei cair realmente complicado aqui é um Pokémon rápido. No Trick Room? Rápido? Como assim? Basicamente, nem sempre o Trick Room vai dar certo. E se você tem só uma equipe de Trick Room sem um Pokémon rápido e o Trick Room não deu certo, ferrou. Então, é bom você ter um Pokémon rápido que garanta pra você que você, caso não dê certo o Trick Room, beleza, você tem como se recuperar na partida, sabe? We talked a lot. The thing about competitive Pokemon that makes all these strategies and cards and stuff to work is this. So basically, you have 6 Pokemon with you all the time. But if you're playing doubles, you have to choose 4. If you're playing singles, you have to choose 3. And those combinations can make different strategies according to what you've made up. Make sense?
Yeah.
So here we have a perfect example. You have a Sun team with a Trick Room, and you can have the Sun team, and in case of the Sun team, the Pokemon will be really fast because of the Sun. And Water type can't be very good here because the Sun will slow down water attacks. But
yes.
This team can be. Excuse me?
I said yes, you're right. I was saying yes, you're right, for sure.
Okay. But Trick Room teams, they can be useful here as well because Turtle, it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, 20 base stats on speed. So
yeah.
it does stuff on Trick Room, and
it's like a very slow one, yeah. So it makes them sad for the Trick Room team as well. I never really thought about combining them.
It's beautiful. Trick Room, Turtle, Eruption, Theta-Fire, Charcoal. And if you look at the Trick Room team that I chose, you will see that almost all of them are weak to water types. So we would be in a very problematic place if the opponent uses water types. But our team's a Sun team as well, which makes this choice stupid. Why he would start with a water Pokemon if he could go in a Sun team? It wouldn't make sense, right?
Because the Sun would do the damage, wouldn't it, basically?
Yes. And that's what we call respect the strengths of your opponent, which means, wait a moment. Imagine that my team is not Trick Room, and the person sees Turtle Venusaur. He knows I'm setting the Sun. He knows what is the first 2 Pokemon that are going to enter, and he will plan a counter for it.
Yes.
I think the most clear example of that is Pelipper Kingdra. You open with Pelipper Kingdra, you're going to start with the rain. And then you can just use Trick Room.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So if you put Pokemons that make the choice really hard for the opponent, and he has to think on the perfect team to try to counter you instead of immediately knowing, that puts you on an advantage because he may get wrong.
That is true, yeah.
And that's the secret to make both cores and these strategies to work. You have to choose Pokemon, and you can, by using the cores, you can make sure that the coverages that you would be are also on the choice. So we don't need a water type Pokemon here because our combination makes the use of a water type against us idiotic.
Okay.
Makes it? Now it's Gengar time. I will just go back a little bit. I spoke about Trick Room in Portuguese.
I'm not sure.
I believe maybe Walking Wake já tem move de água que não é afetado pelo fogo. Mas Walking Wake não é tão bom assim. Okay. I think because okay, I did. So aqui pessoal, o que faz as equipes ficarem balanceadas é o fato de que no competitivo de Pokémon, quando você vai escolher os Pokémons para batalhar, você tem 6, mas se você tá em duplas, você só pode escolher 4. Se você tá em singles, você só pode escolher 3. Isso significa que a escolha que você faz pode gerar equipes diferentes dependendo da situação. E aqui nesse exemplo, a gente tem uma equipe que é uma equipe de Sol e uma equipe de Trick Room. Se eu monto uma equipe de Sol, vai ser uma equipe com uma velocidade muito boa, que pode acabar com o meu oponente e tal. É uma equipe rápida, a pessoa tem que se preparar para uma equipe rápida. Mas, se eu jogar Trick Room, na verdade eu vou atacar com uma equipe muito lenta. E aí, para dar conta do Trick Room, ele precisaria de uma equipe lenta. É estranho. A pessoa tem que pensar. Até porque a equipe de Trick Room que eu montei aqui, ela é muito fraca a ataques de água. Quase todo mundo aí se ferra para ataques de água. Mas eu usaria um Pokémon de água, sendo que eu posso também entrar com uma equipe de sol? Se entrar com uma equipe de sol, ele se ferrou. Então, isso é o que a gente chama no competitivo de respeitar as forças do seu oponente. Você respeita que tem alguma coisa aqui, que não é uma coisa óbvia. Por exemplo, equipe de chuva. Você tem lá na sua equipe Pelipper Kingdra. Ele sabe que você vai fazer uma equipe de chuva, sabe? Ele vai usar alguma coisa que vai counterar isso. E dicas de passagem, pra quem assistiu meu jogo com o Mumi, foi assim que eu sabia que ele ia entrar com Pelipper e por isso que eu coloquei o Slowbro pra colocar Trick Room. Era óbvio como ele ia entrar. Por isso, o counter para o que ele ia fazer era óbvio também. Fazendo assim, com equipes diferentes e que a combinação faz com que o seu oponente tenha que pensar, você consegue ter uma batalha competitiva muito boa. Inclusive, boa por quê? Porque ele pode errar. Digamos que ele... Não, beleza, ele vai de Trick Room e eu vou de equipe de sol. Ferrou. Entende? Então... é isso que faz uma equipe do competitivo ser forte. Falando de team building, it's Gengar time!
I love my Gengar.
So, what do you expect us to talk here?
Well, first off, Gengar's being known for like its high special attack and speed to it, making a special attack sweeper, I'm guessing, right?
Some of those strategies, yes. The first strategy is pretty much that. It has a high special attack, it has a high speed. You put a focus sash there to guarantee it will not be one hit KO, and then you can wreak havoc. As our friend Buki would say, you can do Warcry!
are you like TB'd up with Alolan Ninetales and Keyblade?
Yes,
Ooh, I
because
wonder why.
Gengar is very frail. So if you pair Alolan Ninetales, you can do Aurora Veil. And Klefki has Prancer, so it can set up screens to defend Gengar against opponents that might be crucial against him.
Okay, fair enough, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I never really thought about it that way.
And here you can have Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam if you want to hit both. Shadow Ball because it is Shadow Ball. Or Sludge Bomb or Taunt. Taunt is very good on Gengar because it is so fast, right?
Enough, actually. I never used Taunt on Gengar normally. Normally, like, just a bunch of special moves I usually use on a Gengar. Like Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb are like its core staples.
Mm-hmm.
With a possibility of just either using... I sometimes use Energy Ball for a ground, in case there's a ground type in there. But there's also, like, depending on your team, too, you can also use other special type moves, too. Of course, it won't get its, stab for the type edge, but it's, in my opinion, works out in a way. This moveset is 100% fair for the type of team we're working with here.
Mm-hmm. Especially in cases like the Trick Room that I said before, right? Because Gengar is fast, so it uses Taunt in the Trick Room Center, and then it cannot use Trick Room anymore.
That is true. Taunt would be a perfect move for that type. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
now I knew something for that.
Another specialty that Gengar can use is of Calm Mind Setter. So Setup Sweeper, as you said. You use Calm Mind to make things crazy, and then you attack very strong. On this case, you risk using a Life Orb instead of Focus Sash because the pair of Pokemons that we chose are Redirectors. So
Yeah.
Ogre
Oh, I thought it'd be good for that type of thing.
Follow me, basically. So you have Follow Me to avoid Gengar taking hits, while Gengar has setup, and then Gengar sweep.
And I love
Those-
Clefable. That would be such a good choice for that too. And then you also.
I will shatter your mind now.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's not a Clefable, that's a Clefairy.
Clefairy. Oh, sorry, your hair was in the way.
Sorry.
Wait, Clefairy with Evilite, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, but not for that.
Oh, okay.
Clefairy has Trend Guard, which is an ability that lowers the damage its partner gets. So it is better than Clefable in every way possible.
That is valid, actually.
Yep.
You know what's really funny? I recently bought the Squishmallows of Gengar and Clefairy. So now I'm gonna make that a team staple, I swear.
You can, and then you can have Clefairy and Gengar, and Clefairy, by being there, protects Gengar a little bit, and uses Follow Me to make Gengar being able to set up and sweep.
Okay. It's good to know.
There are other uses for Gengar, however. Now here starts the tricky parts. This one basically is for speed control. So Gengar gets access to... Yes, Icy Wind and Thunder Wave. They are attacks that are very good to lower the speed of the opponent. And I put here with Gyarados and Incineroar because they are both Pokemons that they are strong, but they are not that much fast, you know? They are not fast enough to make it happen. So,
Yeah.
if you have a Pokemon that is strong, but maybe is not fast enough, to have Gengar there to lower the speeds and make possible for the other Pokemon to make its attack, it's perfect. Because Gengar is so fast, it will do the speed control first, and then the other Pokemon will attack.
It's good to know.
Another variation is Hex and Will-O-Wisp. Basically, now you have an attack control, because Will-O-Wisp lowers the attack by half. So you can be able to use more fragile Pokemon like Rillaboom and Indeedee, because Will-O-Wisp allows them to survive, you know?
You're right.
Maybe they would be attacked by a Urshifu, for instance, and then you use Will-O-Wisp, and then Will-O-Wisp would be able to... I don't know if Ginger is faster than Urshifu right now, but anyway. Will-O-Wisp will lower the attack, and then an attack that would be a one-hit KO, now it is not.
That makes sense. Especially when you have the focus sash, just in case one thing is faster than the actual, like, Gengar speed itself. And you were saying Urshifu, right?
Yes.
Urshifu is slower than Gengar, funny enough.
So that works. Gengar uses Will-O-Wisp on Urshifu. Now Urshifu is not that threatening.
That is valid. Yeah, no, that's right. I like that.
And I believe that one is... Oh no, there is another one. Trick Room!
Trick Room Gengar.
Yes.
Destiny Bond, Dazzling Gleam, and Shadow Ball with that. Interesting.
Destiny Bond doesn't need to be on a Trick Room, but the meaning why there's Trick Room on a Gengar is the following. Imagine that you're going to send Trick Room. And the person, okay, if there's only Farigiraf, it knows that Farigiraf will do Trick Room. And that would be a problem. So a valid strategy is to put 2 Pokemon that know Trick Room. And then you will be able to confuse your opponent. Because your opponent, it can target Farigiraf or Indeedee, for instance. But, okay, it's Farigiraf. Farigiraf will do the Trick Room. Farigiraf does Trick Room. No, it's Gengar that's going to use Trick Room. Farigiraf will attack. And then you can take them that. Flutter Mane uses this strategy a lot.
Okay. Well, that makes sense for that reasoning. Because, like, again, like, just faking out the opponents is also another strat in the Pokemon game itself. Not using, of course, the move Fake Out, but you know what I mean.
Yes. And since Gengar is a ghost as well, it can be faked out. But you saw that I didn't use Protect here, right?
Yes, there's no Protect on this one.
It has the Focus Sash though, which makes it survive one attack. But let's say it did survive one attack.
Allow you to get the Trick Room off in at least one go.
For instance, let's say I get the Trick Room and Gengar is 1 HP. Gengar will die next turn.
That is true. Destiny Bond would be the choice, right?
Yes. We use Destiny Bond, and then we have the sure that the Pokemon that KOs Gengar will go out as well.
Fair enough. Pretty smart.
There is one more strategy that is a crackhead strategy, but I will catch up in Portuguese real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pessoal, aqui a gente tem o Gengar, que é o Pokémon favorito do cara. E Gengar, ele tem várias resistências. Ele tem 1, 2, 3, 4 resistências e uma imunidade. Ele é muito rápido, muito forte, mas ele tem defesas muito fracas. E ele normalmente costuma ir embora no golpe só. Mas tem várias estratégias que você consegue usar com Gengar. A primeira delas, que é mais comum, por assim dizer, você tá com um monte de ataque especial nele, bota um Focus Sash, que é um item que garante que ele vai sobreviver pelo menos um turno, e manda o louco, vai atacando. Nesse caso, opções legais de par são Ninetales Alola ou Klefki, que são pokémons que preparam defesas. Ninetales Alola prepara Aurora Veil, então diminui os ataques normais e especiais do oponente. Enquanto o Klefki, ele tem Prankster, então ele pode usar Reflect ou Light Screen para diminuir o ataque físico ou especial. Dessa forma, digamos que o oponente chegue com 2 atacantes físicos, ele liga o Reflect. digamos que ele apareça com 2 ataques especiais, liga o Light Screen, e por aí vai. Você garante uma defesa pra garantir que o Gengar vai sobreviver um pouquinho, sabe? Outra estratégia é você preparar ele. Então, Calm Mind vai deixando ele mais forte, mais forte, mais forte, mais forte, mais forte, e aí no final ele ataca. Normalmente, você teria problemas com isso, porque o Gengar, ele morre um golpe só, né? E até porque dessa vez eu não tô usando Focus Sash, eu tô usando Life Orb pra garantir que ele realmente vai atacar forte. A ideia, então, é usar Pokémon com golpes de redirect. Boogerpon, Among Us e Clefairy são Pokémons que têm uso de um redirect. Follow Me ou Hit Powder. E, com isso, o Gengar pode se dar o luxo de preparar o ataque especial dele e depois atacar e ferrar todo mundo. A Clefairy, em especial, ela é uma escolha melhor do que a Clefable, porque ela tem Friend Guard. É uma habilidade que faz com que o outro Pokémon tenha defesas maiores só pela Clefairy estar no campo. Uma outra possibilidade é você ter controle de velocidade. Como o Gengar é rápido, você pode usar golpes como Ice Wind, que diminui a velocidade, ou Thunder Wave, que ao paralisar, corta a velocidade pela metade. Com isso, Pokémons como Gyarados e Incineroar, que eles são fortes, mas normalmente eles não teriam a velocidade para dar conta do recado, agora eles conseguem. Agora eles vão ficar mais rápidos do que o Pokémon do oponente e vão conseguir acertar, fazer a diferença. Uma outra estratégia que usa essa ideia de colocar condições especiais é você usar o Will-O-Wisp. Porque o Will-O-Wisp ele deixa queimado, e aí deixando queimado, ele corta o ataque do Pokémon oponente pela metade. Então, digamos que você tem um Pokémon que é bem frágil, e você corre um risco de ele tomar um KO, assim, um hit KO. Aí você usa o Will-O-Wisp do Gengar. E isso faz com que o Pokémon, de repente, fique com o ataque pela metade. Então, um exemplo que eu dei pro Kai é: o oponente tem um Urshifu, que ataca forte pra caramba, e vai atacar os meus Pokémons. Mas aí eu vou com o Gengar e eu uso o Will-O-Wisp. O Urshifu fica queimado. Quando ele fica queimado, ele fica com o ataque quebrado pela metade, e agora ele não consegue matar os meus Pokémons em um golpe só. Aí o Gengar funciona dessa maneira. Em especial aqui também, tem o ataque Rex, que a gente prefere ele ao Shadow Ball, porque quando um Pokémon do oponente está com alguma condição especial, isso permite que o Rex dobre o ataque. Então o Rex fica basicamente com um golpe de Whimper Beam. A última opção normal é fazer um Gengar de Trick Room. O Gengar não é rápido pra caramba e frágil, por que você vai fazer ele botar Trick Room? Trick Room é um golpe que vai por último. Então, normalmente, uma das estratégias do Trick Room é foca no Pokémon do adversário que vai dar o Trick Room. Mas e se entrar com 2 Pokémons que podem dar o Trick Room? Aí fica difícil. E o oponente tem que respeitar essa minha decisão. Porque se ele ignorar e ele dá os 2 ataques na Farigiraf, mas eu dei Trick Room no Gengar, aí ferrou, né? Aí ele tá na minha mão. E, poxa, tirou o Farigiraf, perfeito, bota um Ursaluna de volta ali, bota um Hyperior ali, bota um Turbo ali, e aí ele tá ferrado, porque ele não soube prever o meu Trick Room. Now it's the time. You ready for your Crackhead Theory?
Yeah, sure.
Ta-da!
Hey, 2 of my favorites.
Yes.
Protect,
This
Disable,
one-
Double, and Dazzling Gleam. Interesting.
This one is fun. It's not optimal, but it's
Okay.
fun.
I'm interested. Does like Whimsicott no Tailwind with this?
But Gengar is fast, it doesn't need Tailwind.
Oh, true. Fair. You're right. Tailwind's more for the slowers. You're right.
But it does have Prankster.
That makes sense. That's fair. Okay.
Which other move Whimsicott can use?
Other moves? I know, like, I usually use Whimsicott for, like, the Cotton Guard and like Leech Seed usually, but I'm not sure what else you can use for it.
Specifically here, Prankster Encore.
Prankster Encore. Oh.
Yes. Prankster Encore on a Pokemon. Gengar is faster than that Pokemon. Uses Disable. Now it can't use any attacks and will struggle.
I see. I see the silliness. I see the cheese in this. I love it.
It is a funny strategy. There are some that are more crazy, but they are crazy enough for me not to suggest. Like, use the Gengar attacks to change the abilities of both Pokemon to normal type. There's an ability that you can do to make them both normal type, and then you switch to a Pokemon that has Shadow Tag, or in case Gengar can just Mega Evolve, like Instant Francis. And then you have two Pokemons that can only do normal type attacks against two Ghost Pokemons that will not take damage, and Gengar with Shadow Tag. Now the Pokemon can switch. It is forced to watch their Pokemon die.
That's animal cruelty. With Pokemon, I love it.
But it is full of holes, so it is fun, but you need to be a good competitive player to make it work. Better than I can do at least. So this year, it is a prank hatchery that it's actually doable.
Okay.
And with that, we finish it! Oh my god, I forgot to explain. Pessoal, essa daqui é a teoria de maluco. A teoria não, é a estratégia de maluco. Basicamente, você tem o Gengar e você tem o Whimsicott. O Whimsicott tem Prankster, então ele sempre ataca primeiro. Aí, você usa o Whimsicott da Encore. Encore é um golpe que força o Pokémon a usar sempre o último golpe que ele usava sempre. E o Gengar ele tem Disable, que impede o último golpe de ser usado. Então, com isso, com essa combinação, você faz com que o Pokémon do adversário fique preso e usar só Struggle sem poder usar nenhum outro golpe. E aí ele vai ficar ali por vários turnos sem conseguir fazer nada. Você faz isso nos dois Pokémon do oponente, pronto, tá feita a sua vida. Mas é uma estratégia muito arriscada, para dizer o mínimo. Ela precisa que você planeje um pouquinho para as coisas darem certo. E é isso. That's it. Yay! Did you like it?
Yeah, I love this. Now I know a lot more than I expected, actually. I'm right now trying to download the update to my game just to actually test out some of this stuff now.
One thing that I was really lucky is that I end up making pairs with Gengar that are actually your favorite Pokemon as well.
Love that. I always wondered what would be good to go with my Gengar normally, that I like other Pokemon I like, and I was just shocked at how many were there. Like Ninetales, Clefairy, Whimsicott. I do love my fairies, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. Now I want to try out stuff like this. Shoot.
That's the idea.
Trick Room 1.
That's the idea. I'm happy that you liked it. Guys, Kamitsuki, I'm speaking in Portuguese now because I think the audience is in Portuguese right now. Pessoal, se quiserem acompanhar Kai, tá no Twitch. Which one is your Twitch? Can you make your advertisement?
Here, give me 1 second. Let me also. Do you want me to like put my link on the chat bar real quick too?
Yeah. Talk a little bit about you and put your link.
I'm basically just a hikikomori artist who just likes to do art and play games in my downtime. So yeah, and Pokemon's one of my favorite games, so I've loved being here with you. Thank you so much for Ali, for like showing me all the competitiveness. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. And all that. I might actually now stream Pokemon in the meantime, hopefully this week. Maybe make my team pull it. Yeah,
Pro
and
pessoal
then
que
here's
quiser.
my Twitch link if you guys want to see. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I am happy that you liked it, and now you came to my beach as well. Yay!
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Finally, I did. It's been a bit.
Yeah. I like to bring people to my
I'm glad.
beaches.
Thank you so much. You're a great host.
Thank you. And thank you so much for you that watched. Muito obrigada a você que assistiu. A gente se vê na próxima, beleza? We see you on the next time, okay? Bye!
Yeah. Well, have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.